Welcome back to Swag and Sorcery, the game about, well, swag and sorcery. Let's get on with today's episode. We're going to be dealing with a few things. One is, well, we're being asked to kill some rat scavengers because we now have access to a new area. So we're going to have to take a look at those. Family heirloom, we need to get 10 ancient plates and we're going to get a random breastplate for that. And we need more heroes, so basically upgrade the guild. And, okay, not much building space, so we need to start with guild. Building upgrades. So, guild, our upgrade tab is down here on the left. And to do that, we need 2 pine planks. And of course, the pine is the next tier of resources available in the next area. So why don't we just send out our intrepid heroes who are only level 6, but I guess we'll try a new area. Dark Ruins and Battlefield are both areas that we've never been to before. They seem to be equivalent levels, so I'm not sure which one we're actually going to get pine from, but let's send them on to the Battlefield anyway, and let's see how well they do. So 205 health and 128 health respectively. That looks like we're getting pine. We are. And are they going to get smished? Oh, nearly smished. Oh, that does actually look quite yeah. Please let me win. Okay, so we did get at least some things, particularly ancient plate and some more resources. We got iron rather than copper now. And yeah, let's just surrender here and let's take some resources with us. And then let's just see. Can we actually do this, or do we need to upgrade this? We need to upgrade our hunting lodge to be able to deal with the next resource. Okay, so those resources are going to be used. And we get into tier 2, which means we can now do a whole lot but more stuff. Pine planks and sad planks. I'm not sure about sad planks, but they're made from sorrow stone, which are made over at the, I think it's the lab that makes those. So pine planks. So we're going to need 4 more pine logs. And there we've got the new wood available, so we can then upgrade various things. So what do we need for the guild again? We just needed 2 pine planks, so let's build that. And our guild now lets us send 2 parties out at the same time, which is great. So let's just, hopefully we get some kind of reward. 5 pine logs. Not the best reward in the world, I might admit, but let's actually just add some more planks in. We'll get the 2 pine planks back that we had previously. And then the library also needs some planks, so we'll build that. There we go. And this is basically our research tree. And by tree, oh, it does go into a tree. That's fine. I was going to say it's more like a queue right now. So we basically I need to spend time and gold, and we get certain things. So this one unlocks the gathering of essence for vanquished monsters that can be processed into mana in the laboratory. The stronger the monster, the more essence you can gather from its defeat. So we're going to research that, and that's going to take 30 seconds. Yeah, and it's a buff, and it gives us Heavy Hand 1 in the spa, and that increases the damage a character deals. I can afford it, so let's just research that as well. And what's the next one? It doesn't actually it does actually tell us. Unlock the active skill, Healing 1, which restores a character's health. So we can start to use active skills in the combat area. For now, though, we'll leave that behind because we can start looking at other stuff. So we have a new quest. Build a library while we're done. And we have a bit of a cutscene.
Hey, lady, where's my whiskey and catnip?
Whiskey is bad for your health. Meanwhile, an unexpected visitor is about to appear in the village.
No.
The answer is always yes to when someone says, "Is this the fabled village?"
They open a nursing home or something? What's he doing here?
Old people often possess valuable knowledge, my dear cat.
Valuable knowledge? About what? Polyphonic farts?
And yes, this old guy is presumably here to do all the research for us. In any case, we get 300 gold for that, so we're back up to 788. And then we're asked for the next main quest is asking us to study essence absorption. Well, we've already done that, so that's good. How about energy collecting? Craft 50 points of mana. We get power of fire 1. Okay, so there's starting to our spells in combat. And the mist is retreating, so you'll be able to see further and further ahead in the combat. So we do need to actually craft the mana. And where is there? So we've got mana pots. And that's going to take essence that we're going to have to earn by basically fighting. All right, so how are we doing for leveling up as well? It's going to take 760. Rather not spend quite that much just yet, but I can probably just boost their, yeah, we can boost their primary stats a little bit. So in this case, we want agility, and we'll just boost strength, and maybe a little bit of stamina for both of them. Okay, about 300 gold. That seems reasonable. And now probably back off to a bit more combat. You could send them out individually, just one, you know, in each lane, but we're not going to do that right now. And it is going to take 900 gold to get further. So I need to get ancient plates. They are from the battlefield, and the rat scavengers are from the ruins. So you need to send them into both places. Secret of the cube: bring the magician 10 elusive essence. Okay, so I'm going to send them back out into combat, and I'll join you shortly. Oh, hang on, wait, what's that? Magic store. Can process fibers into fabric. Can be used to make clothes. And we can make various magical weapons here, but we need more pine planks, which needs more combat. Back in a minute. And with a small amount of combat, Brooke came back and upgraded our smithy to the level 2 version. And in here we now have a bunch of different things we can craft. There's these second layer of resources that you can make from the first layer, but we haven't really made much of the first layer yet. So we can see a whole bunch of new armor that will improve things. But what we can also see is new weapons. So if we come over here into the range weapons, there is simple musket and bandit's crossbow. Now I'm just looking at these stats, and I'm kind of figuring the crossbow is higher across the entire range. Not sure if there's a difference in speed. It doesn't really give me any information like that, but we'll just go with this. So one bandit crossbow, and we get a 30% chance of it being high quality. Whether that's going to be the case or not, well, let's see. Are you going to give me a high quality version? Let's watch down here. No. Are you going to be more damage than what we currently have? Let's take a look. So that's 11% more damage than our previous high quality simple crossbow. So yes, we're definitely going to go for that, because we only need level 3 for it as well, which is going to be quite easy. There we go. And of course, maybe we'll actually get a high quality version of this fairly soon. Now, the other thing we can actually do with that iron is craft armor and a new sword. Now again, 28 to 64, that's quite nice. Previously, obviously you can see it was a lot less. So we have everything we need for this one as well. So we're going to upgrade both the weapons first. And this is only a 15% chance of getting a high quality version, but we'll see if that actually counts. So we'll see what we get. What are you going to give us? Nope, regular version. Okay, so let's equip that if that is more damage. Oh, no, it isn't. It's more defense, though. Okay, so I will take a slight hit in damage to have that much more defense. It's like 40% extra. Okay, and we'll get a high quality version of that fairly soon. You'll notice also that we've picked up these conditions from doing various quests. Eddie happens to want to take an enemy with him if he dies. So yeah, it doesn't affect bosses though, so you can't use that as a tactic, unfortunately. And yes, Noel unfortunately has the headless attribute, and that's not going to help because I'm not leaving him without a helmet. Okay, so we can go a little bit further. If I've got enough materials, we can make Ooh, well, just probably the helmet or the greaves. Let's just go with the greaves for now. And let's see if we get a bit more armor on our front of the line, Eddie. Okay, so 5 seconds, and we should be able to get that. And are you going to give me a high quality version? You are not. Let's see how good that is. Eddie. And yep, more defense still. So we'll take that. And I think we're just going to sell everything else. We're going to get a few hundred gold for doing all of that. Up to 960. At this point, we can get a new hero if we want to. So I'm maybe going to get a little bit more quests done. Maybe these 2 side quests. Are these just money rewards? Oh no, that's a breastplate. Okay, and that one's gold. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get a little bit more, and then if I can get over 1,000 gold or so, I want to give you a little buffer to make sure we can heal. Then we'll go and get a new person. So here's the first quest upgrade. We're going to get a random breastplate. Let's see what it is. It is an elegant breastplate. Okay, and that is probably going to win us the competition, hopefully. So let's go and see if we can equip that to Eddie, probably. Yep, so extra damage. But it requires level 10. Level 10 is expensive. Yeah, that's going to have to be left behind, but it's so good stats. We could also, I guess, sell it for a lot of money. It would cost, oh well, we couldn't even get anywhere near 10. It's going to cost well in excess of a few thousand to actually do that. Okay, and we also killed the rat scavengers, so we'll take 400 gold for now. And that should mean that I can go and get a new person. So Mariko is the new person, and Mariko is just got a training sword and doesn't really have much else at the moment. Does have decent intelligence, terrible strength, and well, decent agility, so we can go either way. I think Mariko probably should be our magic user, so why don't we think about equipping her with stuff, but perhaps not quite yet. We need to train her up in the background while everything else is going on. And the next person is 2,700 gold. Okay, so let's train Mariko up a few times. Let's leave about 300 gold buffer, and we can just transfer her out to the laboratory. She doesn't have much in the way of skills for this yet, but we're going to want a few things. So one of the side quests, I think, gave us, or one of the combat rounds, gave us the ability to craft this. So it's a new strong necklace, if you like, makes slightly better, but we don't have any grey sting. However, that is crafted here from stuff that we do have. So can we actually make that? No, we're going to need 4 of these. We can only actually craft 2 of them for the moment. But this whole laboratory crafts sub-ingredients that are needed for other things. You'll see we've got 6 rat tails, but no infected flesh yet. We're going to have to go and get that from combat. This, in turn, is used over here to craft some of this other stuff. For example, stinging skin. There we go, rotten slice. And that, in turn, is used to craft stuff like this, which is a quest reward or a combat reward to get us a slightly better hunter's pants. So we'll need 2 grey stings, which we can craft, and 2 stinging skins. So let's craft the 2 grey skins. There we go. Grey stings, even. And then over here, all that we actually need is to be able to craft get a couple more rotten slices for the stinging skins. Yep, so I've got 2 of those. So we need 2 stinging skins, which in turn needs 2 rotten slices, which is back over here. So we need to go and get this infected flesh. And I think it's probably going to be from the place I haven't sent them yet, or not too much, which is the Dark Ruins. Let's send them off there, and I'll see you shortly. And we got 2 of these on our first run through the Dark Ruins, so let's craft them. It's not going to take very long. Let's move Noel over, and he can craft the rest of these. We should be able to craft 2 of them very shortly, in 2 seconds. There we go. So let's craft 2 of them, get that going, and then that should be everything we need for these. Once it finishes, we can add this to the queue and see how good this upgrade is. If indeed it is an upgrade. There is, of course, a new tier of regular sort of armor that we can craft with a little bit more dark leather. And do I have the ingredients for that? No, that's dark skin, and that comes from the battlefield, from ghouls. There we go. And there we go. So let's just see if that's any better. If we wear that, it's gonna well, we get a chance of critical hit, but it's gonna take 11% damage off us. So not perhaps quite good for this character, but we could give it to our other new character, Mariko. And that's going to need a little bit more stuff. Or we could just sell it. 1600 gold and 1700 gold. I'm not going to be able to use this for some time, and I suspect by the time we use it, well, we're going to have better maybe. So we can get a lot more gold. So I'm just going to sell them both. Nearly 4,000 gold, which will let us level up a little bit more. So in this case, we're going to take Mariko and level her up to the same as everyone else. Level 6. And we need to craft her some armor. Now, the armor, we're going to use the current tier of stuff rather than giving her the previous tier. So we need to go out and fight and grab some stuff. She's going to go for intelligence stuff, however. So I guess we're going to have to find some stuff for that. Do we have specific intelligence? Oh, we can actually craft the magic store. Good. There we go. So if we can do intelligence-based stuff in the magic store, we can craft adept shirts. And that's going to take cotton, and that's crafted here as well. Good. And we got cotton already. That comes from one of the resources in our current tier. So we'll craft that out and move Mariko over. And we probably also level her up in intelligence, just so she gets better. That's going to be the crafting stat that we actually most care about for Mariko. So we're just going to train her up a little bit. There we go. So up to 30 maybe, and maybe some stats. Yeah, get her stamina up. Okay. So 6%. We'll see how that goes after she crafts some stuff. And that will hopefully let us get, because we're going to get 12, which means we can craft 8 worth here, which will leave us with 4. And that's enough for us to add all of these to the queue. And then there is a weapon, an adept staff. We're going to need some essence, and we're going to need a pine planks, which of course we can make. Let's just make those as well. We can only craft 1. That's unfortunate. We'll make more after we go out and get some more combat done. Childcare, new quest. We get, okay, if you're lucky, you get 3 hits instead of 2. All we need to do is acquire 800 gold, which we already did. So that's good. We need ghouls to kill 10 ghouls. Okay. It hasn't counted any we killed previously, unfortunately. That's a shame. And our main quest is still craft 50 points of mana, which we should be able to do now. Let's take a look in here. Mana pot. Yeah, well, maybe. Let's craft those. And we'll have to leave that alone. Let's just move Mariko back over. And equip her out while she's actually crafting stuff for some reason. Adept's hood, Adept's pants, and Adept's shirt is actually pretty good. It's a high quality version. Each party member inflicts an additional 12 dark damage. If we get more stuff like that, that would be good, because it would be multiplicative maybe. Anyway, we'll give that a go. And we just need a weapon for her now, so we'll leave her in town and go out, send the rest on combat duty. So we can do that while we take a look at the stuff in town. Let's send them out to, well, let's send them out to the battlefield. Go back to town. They'll go up themselves. You'll see the progress bar over here, and if they get too low, we can always hit the surrender button still here in town. Here we go. Mana points crafted. That's already done. And we'll get a spell. And we'll get the ability to see further in the mist. Cool. Next quest is cast spell power fire 5 times, and we'll get some gold for it. So whether we can all do that, or whether we just need a magician. Well, let's see how they're doing. Not well, has to be said. Ow. We can craft our spells, however. Okay, let's try this. Will they craft? Will they craft? Will they actually use it just if I click? Well, not just yet. Maybe they'll just use it now. I've actually queued it up or activated it. I'll send them out a few more times and see if they actually do that. But yes, the quests, or rather the quests, the spells just require your action rather than your people's, so you do start to get some control. Let's see if we actually get another monster appearing ahead of us. I've sent them back to the magical forest, which is the first area. Let's just heal them a second and just send them back out. So let's just fight. Because in here is a particular kind of essence we need for a side quest. So don't ignore the first zone. However, here's the quest. Here's the spell even. And we just click to cast it. So it's our action, not one of theirs. Good. Alright, and we'll just leave them behind because we are able to hand in this quest and get some gold. We got 300 gold. Yeah, that's becoming quite cheap. Such must go on. 15 weak essence. Okay, so the weak essence I think is from the next tier up. Let's just take a look. Is the essence in here? No. Weak essence, yes. So it comes from any of the battlefield and Dark Ruins stuff. So these two can come back and then just go into Dark Ruins. And yeah, why are they needing to heal and relax that much? Oh, okay. I deployed them onto the second track. That's why. Bit of a bug there, it looks like. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not sure why they're up here in the middle one. Anyway, we have the essence what we need. So that's another 400 gold. And a bit of sorrow. We need sorrow stones. That's something we're probably going to craft. Yeah, there we are. So we can't craft them yet because we need stones of regrets, and that needs Dark Ruin stuff. And I just sent them onto the battlefield. So hey, that's normally. Anyway, normal. This man robbed some villagers in broad daylight, but one of our characters managed to catch him. What should we do? Send him to the capital for execution? Or try to rehabilitate him into an upstanding villager? Rehab. He didn't seem guilty and we didn't get anything. Such a shame. Let's bring them home. And let's see how they're actually doing for supplies. Yeah, they do have enough healing supplies. Fair enough. And once they heal, we'll send them back out and get a couple more of these done. However, I'm going to need some more mana pots, it seems, because we don't have quite enough and I need to actually cast that 3 more times. So let's get those done. And they should be equipped and ready to fight. And we now have some upgrades available for Eddie, so we'll upgrade him with some soldiers stuff. We'll get more damage out of that, a little bit less defense, gotta admit, but we get lots more damage because of it, and requires level 6, which is an upgrade in our previous ones. So both of those can go in. It's a bit of a shame to lose dark damage resistance, I guess, but no, we have a full set of soldier stuff now, and I think... Do you have any upgrade? No, we still have previous scouts set. So we are going to want to get the upgrades, which is the bandit set. And that's going to need, unfortunately, dark leather for most of them. Let's just craft the pants first and get that being crafted. Hopefully that may even get to something that we can actually get an upgrade on. But unfortunately not. It's going to be pretty equivalent. So there's not really much choice there. We'll leave the existing one alone. However, we have a bunch of stuff that we can actually sell off for a bit more coin. And we're up to 1700 coin again. So, okay, Mariko is exhausted. Let's make sure they're all upgraded at the spa. We can also upgrade them now with buffs. I think that only apply... I'm not sure that applies permanently. I don't think so. I think it's only for a certain amount of time. Anyway, we want to give Eddie the ability to have a bit of a heavy hand and get some damage done. Okay, so there you can see the buff, and let's just drag you across and get you started. So let's see how well they do with their upgrades. So into the Dark Ruins. Oh, there's actually... No, wait a second. Faith in humans. Give 300 gold. What do we do? They burned down the house in a ridiculous accident and they've been exiled from the house. Honestly, they all just want gold. It's like I'm rich or something. Or maybe we should drive the dirty beggars off. No, we'll give some shelter. And they're going to give us a potion of plentiful healing. Yeah, okay, thanks, I guess. Not that we didn't have healing potions anyway. Back up to the Dark Ruins you go. And can I cast some stuff? Yes, I can. There we go. And let's wait for them to get this mob. And that should be 4 out of 5. There we go. 4 out of 5 things I need to get that quest done. I'm going to need a little bit more mana though. Fine, that needs to be crafted. And needs to be crafted over here somewhere. Mana pot. Yes, let's craft one of you and one of you. And that's now crafted, so I can use that. Whoops, I can use it up on this creature. There we go, and that should be everything we need for the quest. It is. It's the main quest, so we get a random reward, which is 2 ghost tears. Well, that gets used for crafting in the lab. What's our next main quest? Progress is unstoppable. Study the buff Heavy Hand 1. Well, we've already done that, so that's an easy one to get rid of. And buy a buff for a character. We've done that. We've done that, honestly. But we can buy a buff anyway, so if we go to the buffs, I guess we can give Noel the Heavy Hand buff as well. Yep. And that's done, which moves the mist a little bit further out and lets us see a little bit more. Upgrade the Fashion House 1, and that's going to need... Well, it's going to need some iron and some pine. I don't quite have that just yet. We'll start, make sure we have everything crafted. But that's not completely ready yet. Yeah, 2 seconds. Another 4 seconds, and we'll see. How much do we have available? 2 here. Is that enough for the upgrade? Nope, we're going to need a little bit more iron ore. Back to combat. Now, we need to get to that intelligence weapon I was talking about, so we may as well craft it in here, an adept staff, decent amount of damage, and has, well, increases the intelligence over the top. So we have enough essence from the original level that we played through, and enough pine planks, so we'll just transfer Mariko over, and she's got 12% efficiency on something with intelligence. Good, or at least this area. No extra special armor yet, though. Fine. Can we actually upgrade the fashion house, I should say? Yes, we can. That should get us a bunch of other stuff, in particular some gold, but that's less than we actually spent on it. However, we are up to 3,000 gold, so that's not a problem. Buy a Frost Axe blueprint in the fashion house too. Okay, so we can buy recipes now. Starting to expand a little bit. Ooh, lots and lots of recipes. Yeah. Okay, Frost Axe. Which one? Did it say Frost Axe? Yeah, Frost Axe. So, Frost Axe. Crafted in the smithy. Needs 11 cotton, 190 gold and some cotton fabric. But we can buy that as a recipe. And then over here, presumably we can then craft it. Yep. We are, however, going to need desecrated ingots, and that's going to need us to do a little bit more stuff. We have some sad planks. Yes, it is called a sad plank. It is made in the hunting lodge, just with some of these sorrow stones, so we can actually make more if we need to. However, for this one, we're going to need some elegant plates, which is again back to the lab, and we are able to make those. Only have one available, but I guess we can put that together. And while we're doing that, let's just equip Moriko to have, yes, depends on its bearer's attributes. Okay, orbs and staves depends on int. Obviously, it's just advising us of what stat we need. And in this case, int is perfectly fine. That's exactly what we want to get going. So Moriko is fine. And what we can actually do, well, we could even afford another character. Well, that might be expensive, but I think I want to go for it. So Mona is the next person. So we got 2 guys and 2 girls, and we can then look at equipping her. She's, again, just got a base sword. She's got terrible intelligence. Her strength is 15 and her agility is 15. And given that she's probably going to head with Mariko, then we probably want to go with strength. And she has a sword already, so that's good. And we need to upgrade them a little bit more with a few levels, but that is something we have to come back to. So let's get the main quest out of the way. What do we get as a reward? We get 15 iron ore. So let's get that starting to be processed while we have a look at the next quest. Elite bones. Kill 5 elite ghouls. So it's getting us ready towards the boss. Basically, once you get these elite quests, they're going to take you into that area ready for the boss. And we're already about 28%. Yeah, 28%, something like that. Seems about right. So we're going to start putting our... Oops. Yeah, he's working. Do we have anything else we can actually do? We can craft more sad planks, but that's a silly name, I'm sorry. I'm going to need to go and craft more stuff with this iron ore. I think we're going to just tool up our new character. What was her name again? Mona, with armor and a better weapon. Now, of course, we can craft these new weapons, of which there's a couple of kinds that we've already got access to. We do actually need one more sad... Ooh, actually, we could craft this. So let's just craft one more of those. That shouldn't take very long. And that'll let us craft this upgraded spear, and we'll see how well that is, how good that is. So let's craft that, and see if that's an upgrade for Eddie, our first hero. So 4 seconds, and we should be ready to go. So what do we get? There it is, forged spear. Eddie, that's extra damage, but less defense. And I'm happy with that, because we got some defense from the extra armor. So extra damage, 38 damage, in fact. And the next character is 8,000. Wow. Okay, so let's just sell that old sword, and we should be ready to go. You can go back in, as can you. And then these two can probably work on the magical forest stuff to get us some other, you know, other ingredients from our previous level. And do we have anything there? Why can't I craft you? Why can't I craft you? I should be able to. No? That's odd. Maybe I'm missing it. That should let me craft. Regardless. Onward. No, it's not letting me craft because I'm already at max mana. It seems like you can't go over max. Oh, I'd like to, but apparently you're not allowed to. And a few rounds of combat later, we're able to do all of the Elite Ghoul quests. That should get us some gold. Only 300. Let's see what the next main quest is. Monsters Week. So kill 5 Elite Possessed, and they are in the Dark Ruins. So we need to make sure we go that way. And of course, this will then remove even more of the mist. I think we're already pretty far out of that already. So Dark Ruins it is. Let's send them out. Yep, so it's all the way over here on the right hand side. And you see our two Team A characters. Team B is just waiting for more gold, basically, because I'm going to send them out using, well, once they've actually upgraded, because Mona needs level 6 to be able to equip the stuff that we've already crafted for her. So she's got a full set of gear ready, and there's also, well, the bandit's crossbow we can't use, so we do actually need to get a weapon. Because we did get a random reward of a bandit's crossbow that upgraded the second character we have, Noel. So yeah, we do need to upgrade, or rather craft a weapon. Can we actually craft anything in here that's nice? Another one of these forged spears would be good. We just need 6 iron ingots for it. So that's fine. And our characters look like they've already killed one Elite Possessed while I've been talking. And we got some parasitoid wasp stingers to hang in. Random weapon. Ooh. We get a musket. And it's blue. Blue in MMO colours always means better than green. It's just one of those things. Let's take a look, see if that's the case. Equip Noel. And less damage. Okay. We get vampirism for some reason. Dark damage and nature damage resistance. Okay, sounds like some kind of Van Helsing thing. However, that does get us 2,300 if we sell it. We're going to sell it. Let's be utterly clear here. Yeah, that's fine. And we're left with the soldier stuff that we want to keep, which brings us up to 3,543. So we can then bring Mona up to level 6. And that's all she needs to get all the other bits and pieces. And let's bring her strength up a little bit as well. There we go. And she can now equip all this stuff. There we go. Another melee character. And we do just need a sword. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have the ingots yet. And yes, apparently you can run a fashion contest at the same time as taking down lots of enemies in a dungeon. That gets very loud. Very loud indeed. However, victory. Okay, so we got plenty of stuff back from the Dark Ruins, and let's make sure they're relaxed. I did give them a buff, but I don't think it's worth it too much. It's 50 each. We don't really need them at this particular point for these two at least. Maybe we'll use the buffs for the other characters. Regardless, they should be coming back anytime soon. They should be in the competition. They're still over there, so they should be coming back. And do we have enough? We have enough for a couple of ingots, but not very many. There we go. And we now should have the resources for that weapon, but first of all, let's hand in this, which will then remove pretty much all the mist, I would have thought. Or at least most of it at this point. And war never changes. Yep. Big boy killed, which is the boss, I assume. Is it in any one particular area? Let's have a look. Now, we're nowhere near the boss yet, but there is obviously a picture of it in both cases. And that looks charming. Yep, a giant goat skull. Regardless. Let's just craft off that weapon, and I'm just going to swap them around. So it's one of the most chance of actually getting a decent version. And let's just get another spear, in fact, because it's a strength weapon. And let's craft that. Let's see if we get any sort of chance. 15% already. Yeah, he was on 12% last time we did this. And it's a blue spear. We're going to change that around then. So he'll get 11% more damage. And we're going to get hand-me-downs. Yeah. So hand-me-downs for the newest member of the troop. But it is still 65% more damage, to be fair, than that training sword. So probably worthwhile at least. And let's make sure they're all stocked up on potions. There we go. So they're all stocked up, and we have 4 people ready to go out combat. And in both cases. So we'll send these to the Dark Ruins, go back to town, and we'll send these to the battlefield. And there we go. 2 independent sets. And hopefully they both should win. We'll see how they actually do as I go between the episodes. Because this is, unfortunately, the time when we should break at the video. It is about half an hour. I went a little bit over in the last episode. I think it was about 40 minutes. So I want to keep this thing a little bit shorter. And we now have 2 entirely parallel set of adventures heading off into the distance. We should be able to get a 3rd set once we get lots more money. However, I will probably upgrade these a little bit more. We have the ability now to buy various stuff. In particular, I like the look of the Scarecrow stuff. Because if you have a look at this one, the Scarecrow's shirt, one, it's got better armor, but it also seems to have a chance to heal the party whenever they make a move, which seems good if true, but it will require some of these parasitoid wasp stingers that we get from the various different places, and also some rotten slices, but we can actually craft that. And there is also some other stuff as well up here. This one increases damage dealt with a critical hit. This one just increases strength. But I do quite like the idea of basically healing automatically. I like the idea of that. If you've ever played Persona 5, particularly on the PlayStation, you get the idea. Some of those JRPG games can sort of have an effect, and this is true even back in Final Fantasy, whereby you can get them automatically to heal the whole party. And in fact, in Final Fantasy 7, I think it was actually mandatory. You needed it fairly late on in the actual game. Anyway, feel free to comments about older JRPGs in the comments down below, and we'll see you next episode for hopefully some more swag and sorcery. Hopefully enjoying it. If you do want to buy it, it's around £10 or £11 on Steam. I did actually purchase it myself, and this isn't sponsored in any way, and just thought I'd bring you a few episodes. Let me know if you like it, give it a thumbs up if you have, subscribe, share, and click on the bell if you want notifications for more episodes. More importantly than all that, of course, are the comments. Let the people know how you're actually doing. As always, guys, thanks for watching,